Monday, February 5th, 4 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, I want to talk about some phenomenon that have occurred before, during, and after the supermoon, full moon of January 31st, 2018. And I think they are related. It's just my thoughts on this. The first event I want to talk about is a geological event that occurred in Tijuana, Mexico yesterday, which is not far from the San Andreas in California. The pictures that I'm about to show you are of a crack that opened up in Tijuana, right in this area here. There is one of the cracks, and you can see it's a fairly significant opening. This is a road. Here is another look at it. It's at least a 3-foot drop. So a significant event in Tijuana where 70 homes, according to this article here, the Watchers.news, 70 homes destroyed. This is dated yesterday, February the 4th. So we're still not far from the supermoon, full moon, and there were some events that occurred before and during that I want to talk about real quick. But first, a large crack opens up in Tijuana, not far from the San Andreas Fault, which is about 80 miles to the west-northwest of this location. This is the San Andreas right here. Other things are weather phenomenon. We're still here at the Watchers.news. First, a century, they're naming it a snowfall of the century. And this is in Moscow. They're used to snowfall. They get snowfall all the time. This was different. The snow was so wet and so heavy that it brought down over 2,000 trees in the Moscow area, some landing on cars, did quite a bit of damage. I think 16 inches of very wet, heavy snow. That occurred on February the 3rd. Another story dated February the 4th. Massive floods hit Argentina. River overflows its banks, pretty much washing part of a community entirely away. Absolutely incredible. That's in South America in northern Argentina, February the 3rd. February the 2nd. New Zealand, Auckland, the North Island of New Zealand. Extreme weather. Flooding, high winds, and high waves did a lot of damage, and unfortunately, 2 people perished from that event. There was also a major storm that struck the South Island with extremely high winds. This would have been the day after the full moon, supermoon, and did quite a bit of damage. Also over in Australia, the story is dated the 31st, the day of the supermoon, full moon. But the event occurred on the 29th and 30th. This is over in Australia, North and Western Australia. That is land that looks like an ocean. This is a road. There's a man driving a truck that's trying to stay on his side of the road that they cannot see. Unbelievable. And this is over in Australia. I saw the storm forming, and this was during the full moon, supermoon, as it was starting to come together on Wednesday. And that storm turned into a record setter. The one over in Australia dropped 942 millimeters of rain. That's 37 inches. And that did set a record. So one thing I want to touch on this too, so that you understand my train of thought. In December of 2017, there was a supermoon, full moon. They had the same type of weather phenomenon in New Zealand and Australia, with high winds, extreme flooding, and extreme high waves in the coastal areas of both New Zealand and Australia during the supermoon. And it happened again this time around, before, during, and after. 4 feet of snow fell in Iran on January the 29th. This is before the supermoon. So it was like the energy leading up to was creating snow anomalies around the world. And it's not just Iran. You can see here at World's Weather, this is on Twitter, this is a snowstorm in Algeria. Turned into an absolute winter wonderland. You can see the trees and the road and buildings have trees on, or not trees, several inches of, there's the tree there, several inches of accumulation. This is in Algeria. The next one you're looking at is Morocco. Again, multiple inches of snow, Palm trees covered in snow, which is a sight you don't see very often. January 31st. This occurred the day of and slightly before the supermoon, full moon. Here's a ship off the coast of Perth, Australia. And as you can see, the waves are absolutely huge. Look at that. So it's my opinion, based off of what occurred back in December of 2017. These weather phenomena are definitely associated. Here's another look at Morocco snow. This is on January the 29th. You can see that's at least 6 inches of accumulation. Looks like Antarctica at times. Big storm here in Argentina, January 29th, a couple days before the supermoon. And that right there is a big vortex, or at least a shelf cloud. Here's another look of snow in eastern Iran. In fact, it was a complete whiteout with many inches and in some places many feet of snow. And again, these are the reports that we know about. There could have been many more cracks opening up in the earth, severe storms that we just simply didn't hear about. And I'm convinced that it is definitely connected to the supermoon, full moon of January 31st, 2018. Strange weather phenomenon all around the world. Large cracks opening up in Tijuana. 70 homes destroyed. And they weren't any small cracks. They were actually pretty good size. So anytime you see a geological event like that happen, you always kind of wonder what's next. The ground starts to move. You start to get a little nervous. But we're keeping an eye on things, and I'll keep you updated as time moves forward. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and be safe out there.